everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I am going to be using my Beauty Bay Bright palette for the first time, and I'm going to be showing you two different looks that you can do with the purple shades. So let's get into it. As you can tell, I've already done the rest of my makeup, so I can just focus on the eyes for these two looks. And in the Beauty Bay Bright palette, we have actually got 7 different purple shades, ranging from this light sparkly one here all the way up to really deep dark purple here. And in this video, for the two different looks, I'm going to be doing one entirely matte look and one entirely shimmer look. So let's get on with the first look. First of all, I'm going to be starting off with shade Amethyst, which is this shade here. This is the darkest of the 3 shimmer shades we've got in the purple part of this palette. And I'm just going to start by putting this above my crease and obviously just following the shape of my eye. I really rate Beauty Bay palettes. I've got the Origin palette, and I'll just get the same done for the other eye as well. These shades just go on so easily. So now I'm happy with how this first shade looks, and I'm going to be going in with the second shade, which is this one in the middle here, which is Spontaneous. And I have got a slightly smaller brush this time, so I can just go underneath where we've already got the shade Amethyst. So this is a slightly brighter plummy purple than Amethyst. They definitely complement each other really well. So you just want to blend that all into the crease. And again, you just want to do the other eye. So it's just right into the crease, which is why this smaller brush is much easier than the brush I used before. The brush is also a bit firmer itself, so you've got a bit more control when you're applying the eyeshadow. So just get that finished off. So once you've got both of the 2 shades so far looking even and nice and blended, I'll give you a close-up. You just want to go in with the final shimmer shade, which is Fairy Tale, which is this one on the end here, and this is our lightest purple shade. And for this one I have got a bigger brush again, just so I can get it packed all on the eyelid. This is a much lighter, almost like a lilac shimmery shade. So just pack it onto the eyelid. Of course, same for the other eye as well. Once you finish applying shade Fairy Tale, it should look something like this. So basically the lightest shade on the lid and then working darker as we move out from the eye. For under my lower lashes, I'm going to be using shade Spontaneous, which was that middle shade, and then I'll probably go over the top with it slightly with Fairy Tale just to keep it looking quite light and quite bright. So using my small brush again that I used to do the crease, just start on the outer corner and just work your way into the inner corner. The only thing I find sometimes with shimmer shades is you end up with getting little bits of glitter in your eye, which is never great. Exactly the same on the other eye using shade Spontaneous. Probably said it already, but you can literally create infinite looks with this palette. I mean, it has got the whole spectrum of the rainbow, and there's also some nude shades and also some shades you could create a smoky eye with. I'm just going to go back over the top with Fairy Tale just to keep it looking, you know, light and soft. And there's the under eye all finished. The only other eyeshadow thing I'm going to do for this look is I'm just going to go underneath my eyebrows with the white shade White Lies. And this is just to brighten it all up and just create some more subtle transition with that darker shade. So just right up here with that, you can just sort of pat and blend. Once that's all done, the final thing to do is just to do the eyeliner and the mascara, and I'm going to be using a black eyeliner, and I've got my Wet n Wild pencil here and a black mascara, and I'm using my Benefit Bad Gal Bang for that. I'm only going to be applying the eyeliner to my waterline. There's the eyeliner done, and lastly just on with the mascara. I'll just get this finished up and then I will show you the final look. And there is the final look completed. So what you'll end up with is this really soft, glowy look. I will give you a close-up just so you can see it a bit more clearly. So it's a really easy look to do. It only required the 3 purple shades and the white shade from the Beauty Bay Bright palette. This was all 3 of the shimmery purple shades, and I think it just creates a really nice glowing look without being too over the top. Definitely very wearable. I would rate this palette really highly. Don't forget to stay tuned for look number 2, and I'll be using just the matte purple colours in this palette. Okay, and back ready to do the second look with the Beauty Bay Brights palette. This time I will be just using the matte purple shades. So just the matte ones on this top row. The matte shades in this palette are Drama Queen, which is this really dark purple here. Modern Way, which is this lighter purple. Wisteria, which is more of like a plum purple. And then the lightest matte purple shade here is Sugar Plum. So for this matte look, I'm going to be starting off with the lightest shade, which was shade Sugar Plum. I've just got a mid-sized brush for this, and I'm going to start with applying this above my crease and right down into the inner corner like so. This shade is really nice. It's a much softer purple than I thought it was going to be from looking at it in the palette. You just want to follow again above your crease with that first shade, and I'll just do the same for the second eye as well. So I'm happy with how the first shade is looking so far, and the second shade that I'll be using for this purple look is Wisteria, which is this one here, and this is a slightly darker purple, and this time I've got a smaller brush, and this shade's just going to go right on the crease below where we've already got our first shade. It's not too much darker than Sugar Plum. Really want to just go for a really bold look for these matte shades. Again, taking shade Wisteria onto the other eye, again bringing it right the way out into that wing that we've already got. Kind of just blend as you go with this because the shades aren't too different. Now I'm happy with how those first 2 colours look and they're blended in. I'm going to be going in with the darkest shade in this palette, which is shade Drama Queen. So this one on the end here, that's this really deep purple. So I want to see how it's going to look on the eye. For this, you just want to go in the outer part of your lid. You don't want to cover the whole lid with this shade. Blend that up into the shade you've got already, just so that the outer part of the eye is going to be the darkest part of this look. So just back and forth, just blend that all the way up. So happy with how that's looking. So you wanted to get this darker corner, and then it will be getting lighter as we head in. I'm just going to get my other eye done, and then I'll be back to do the final shade. Now I've got the darker shade blended in, as you can see, and it just leaves us with one more shade to do on obviously the part of the eye that we haven't covered yet. And for this we'll be using shade Modern Way, which is, well, it looks like in the pan it's more of a grapey purple. And for this shade I've got just a flat brush, so I can just pack this on the inner corner. I'll do both eyes before I look to blend. Just getting it all the way in the corner. So this look obviously is entirely with the mattes, and then the first look was entirely with the purple shimmers. Of course you could mix them, but I just thought it would be interesting to do an entirely matte look and an entire shimmer look. So once that's all packed on, you can just blend upwards and obviously blend into the darker shade. Now I've got all 4 shades down on the upper part of my eye, and all I need to do now is the under eye to complete this look. For the under eye, I'm just going to go back in with shade Sugar Plum. So that was the first shade that I used, and was the lightest of the purples. I'm going to start in the outer corner and then just work my way to the inner corner. Just going for a bit more subtle for the under eye, obviously, because the rest of the look is so bold. I'll just get my other eye done as well. And there is the under eye also completed. So you should have the darker outer shades here, then working away into the lighter shades in the inner. To finish this look off completely, again I'll be using my Wet n Wild eyeliner pencil and my Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara. There's the eyeliner done on both eyes, and lastly just need to do the mascara. I'll just do my other eye and I'll show you the finished look. And there's the eyeshadow look completed. As you can see, it's much darker than the first look that I did with the Beauty Bay Brights palette. And this again was just using all of the matte shades. I will just give you a close-up so you can see it a bit more clearly. This palette was really great to use, and it was actually the first time that I've used any of the shades in this palette. I was really happy with how pigmented the colours are and how easy they were to blend. I also hope I've given you a bit of inspiration with 2 looks that you could create with just the purple shades. No doubt I will be doing more looks with the other colours. There's every possible colour you could ever imagine for in this palette, and I'll definitely be, really looking forward to creating more looks. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again in my next video.